the final chapter, I read a couple things in that I frankly hadn't thought about in a while. And one of the things is that our purpose is supporting you and building a life you love. One of the things I'd forgotten about is at one point we were going to capitalize the second YOU in that. And that was a huge part of the conversation around the development of our purpose. And a lot of it came from a conversation that Bob and I had with Nathan Havey around what we believed in. And Bob and I believe in a very unconventional approach to life and doing it our own way. And that what stemmed from that was this concept of supporting you and building a life you love. And the emphasis was really on that, right? It's not supporting you and building a life you love, which is the way we all say it, right? It is supporting you and building a life you love. And so that hit me this morning, and I haven't really thought of that in a while, but I think it's an interesting and integral part of how we want the purpose to be landing in the world. It's about individualism. It's about you being you. Bob has that beautiful, beautiful quote at the end of our manifesto that is, "You be you, bring that." Right. And anyone that's watched that, it's probably, I think it's the most powerful part of the entire manifesto. Right. And again, that's all aligned with our purpose. You be you, bring that. So I get into this, in this chapter, I get into the story, the Bigby story, everything we went through. A couple things I wanted to touch on though, and that is my definition of leadership. And to me, what leadership is leadership is about improving the human condition, and management is about the efficient utilization of resources. And so what the world and what private enterprise has been focused on for the last 50 years has been management. And that is maximizing profit, maximizing the resources inside of an organization in order to build a company that is as profitable as it can possibly be and return on value to the shareholder, right? To me, that is not leadership. Leadership is about improving the human condition. And that's a change in thinking that I hope to make a real strong argument in my next book, my third book. And by the way, I do disclose the title of the third book in this chapter. And the title of the third book is going to be Grace. The progression is grind, grow, grace. And Grace has a bunch of meaning to me. Grace was my grandmother's first name. And I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful word. And so anyway, I hope no one else grabs that title before I can get this thing written. But anyway, when you read a book, if you can bring 4 messages from a book 30 to 60 days after you've set the book down, that book to me is powerful. So I wrote what I want those to be. First, your self-awareness, defined as understanding how you impact others in your organization, is critical to your success as a leader. It allows you to meet your organization where it needs you. And I believe that to be a pretty pivotal turning point for a leader, when you understand that it's about meeting the organization where the organization needs, and it's not about you as the leader. The second point I hope people remember, love is what makes our world work. We need to embrace it as a powerful part of our teams and facilitate love as an antidote to many of our travails in leadership. Third, communication is our relationships. How we communicate with others is how we relate to them, and how we relate to them is the bedrock of our relationship. And then fourth, tomorrow will look different than today, and we need to be creating organizations of the future. We need to become deliberately developmental, inclusive organizations where innovation is natural and that everything we do is aligned with a powerful purpose.